Hello my scrappy friends and a big welcome to my channel today. Today's share is for Cut to You, and it is using this awesomely fun new Tropical Punch cut file. As soon as I saw it, I had an idea of which photos I wanted to scrapbook. There's two photos of myself, as I'm sure, well, one is of myself and one is of a drink. These were taken when I was at a retreat in Queensland last year. Just quietly, I'm more than a little bit sad that I will not be going this year. Thank you, COVID. You suck. However, I did want to document these photos because I had an amazing time, and one of the drinks on the specials was the fabulous fruit tingle cocktail. So I may have had one or two or dozen or so of those. And so, like I said, as soon as I saw this cut file, I knew what I wanted to scrapbook. And I have pulled out the Happiness collection by Cocoa Vanilla Studio because it's bright, it's fun. I knew it had this beautiful wood grain that would work perfectly for the, I'm going to call it a coconut, because it's just what it made me think of when I saw it. And I was just like, yep, I'm running with it. So you can see I'm using this pattern paper. I feel like it's called Bright and Beautiful, but I could be incorrect. That could be from a different Cocoa Vanilla collection with a wood grain or a butterfly. But as you can see, yes, I'm using the wood grain and the butterflies on the other side. I've just used my pencil to trace around that. I went around the outside line and I've cut just inside that line, and I'm just gluing that down. I left this little bit in because I thought you might be interested to see. I'm just going around with this tool by Creative Memories just to get rid of all the excess glue. I have been a bit less generous with my glue than I have been in the past, but it still smooshes out. Pulled out this pattern paper from Dear Lizzie. It's quite an old one, I think 5 or 6 years old. It's a rainbow stripe, well, it's not rainbow stripe, it's a rainbow ledger pattern paper, and I've cut off, I think it worked out to about 2 centimeters of two sides, because I wanted to use this beautiful aqua color around the edge. On the other side of this one is that beautiful rainbow stripe that's in this collection. You can see I've backed my straws with the rainbow stripe. I could not help myself. I thought with those diagonal lines it would be perfect. Yeah. So I've gone through the ephemera. I pulled out this Happy Times title, which I'm going to use. I really like the pop of dark blue. And to the right here, I've got all the bits that I thought I might use. You will see pretty quickly that I end up not using any of the florals. I just felt like it was going to be adding too much. And with the florals and the colors already in the cut file, I didn't want to add so much that the cut file got completely lost. So I've pulled out the 2 tickets down the bottom, on the left hand side of the photo. I've pulled out that little love heart blue arrow flag thingamajig. What are they called? I was determined to get at least one flare onto this page. Spoiler alert, I do only end up with one on. So yes, you get to watch the journey of the flare on this page. So you can see I've got 2 here. I did bring the best with the dark blue and the same text to the left hand side, so it balanced on the right hand side. And you can see that I've changed that for another flare once my hand moves. You can see there I've gone with the dark blue with the white. It does stay like that for a while, but like I said, spoiler alert, only one flare badge ends up on this page. I wanted to add in some butterflies. I kind of had this vision of lots of butterflies exploding from this cocktail, but it didn't kind of work that way. What I did decide was to go with the green, the dark blue and the pink, and I do not make you watch all of this, but I did leave this little bit in for you. If you've ever not really been sure about fussy cutting, you could see a little bit there. It's much easier if you move the paper rather than the scissors when you're fussy cutting. I did manage to save all of their little antenna, which is not something I normally endeavour to do, but I did save them all. Have I tried the pink one? I think I've tried the pink one and decided that there was already enough pink on the page. So I decided not to use the pink and I go with just the green and the blue. Here I go with the flare badges again. And it's gone. So I'm just going to go with the So Fun. It's quite funny. I move all these butterflies around and I get them into a place that I like them, and then I start to stick things down and I can't remember where I put things. But I'm happy with the layout in the end. I thought that I had recorded the process. What I did in the background on that pattern paper was lots of splatters of different Shimmers products, and also Heidi Swap Colour Shine in Gold. If you want to know what colours I used, just leave me a message. I've got it written down somewhere, but my file's not in front of me, so I can't tell you what colours I used. So nothing is yet stuck down. I was quite happy with the placement of where these butterflies were, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to stick those down, and then I'm going to start sticking all my layers from the top down. So I'm going to start on like the very top layer, which is right over to the left hand side on this photo. Stick that on there. And then I think I realized that I wanted to add a couple of pattern paper layers behind my photo. So I'm going to go in with this dark blue first, and then I'm going to use that multi-colored pattern. I love it, it's beautiful. Behind as well, just for a shot of those colors, and just two fairly thin layers around the edge. I really like how the dark blue makes the color of the drink really pop. And there's my two layers. I'm going to add in all the bits. Like I said, I'm going to layer from the from the top down. Added some foam behind my title. I'm going to stick, so you can see I'm kind of all over the place, but I was just rolling with it, going with what was working for me. I'm going to stick my background together. Then I'm going to disappear to my sewing machine, and I forget to give you a close-up, but you can see there I have added stitching around the edge of the ledger paper. I've also added stitching around both of my photos, and you can see I've got a thin pink layer behind my other photo with my face in it. I've stuck as much as I can from the top down to move things around, and I've gone to stick this on and gone, oh dear, what have I done? I've obviously moved things from where I first had them placed, but that's okay, I'll just roll with it. The half of this needed extra dimension because of the stitching and the photo and the pattern paper, so I'm just adding another layer of foam to like the second half of the two words. I'm going to stick that in place. So my photo is stuck to my cut file. My title is going to be stuck to my cut file as well in just a second. I think I have stuck the right hand side of my cut file down as well. You can see here I'm sticking the rest of my cut file down. Just going in with some wet glue and lifting that up. I didn't want to move things and not be able to get them back exactly where I had them, because I was really happy with how this was looking. Very bright, very colourful, very fun, which is exactly what my retreat was. Well, not my retreat, but the retreat I went on. I'm not trying to take credit for your work, Sue. But 2021, I will be back. I'm coming back. I'm going to be there. So, just adding glue. I added too much there. I'm just cleaning that up. And my hand is a good place to put excess glue, which I peel off for days. I used my ATG to stick down the doily, and I've just put that glue in the middle part, like on the background paper in the middle part. just going to attach my second photo here. You can see that I've added some foam to part of that. I'm really liking how this is coming together. I'm going to stick my flare down, and then I realize it's like wonky, so I'm going to add some foam to the left hand side of that. I'm sorry I'm off camera for this. You can kind of see me smushing it, sneaking in there. My page is almost done from here, I think. Adding in these last couple of butterflies. I'm really glad that I went with just the blue and the green. There's lots of pink in this page. And like my jumper matches perfectly. I've got a little bowl, glass bowl next to my, like right on the left hand side of my work area there, that has a whole bunch of stuff that I want to get used up, and in there I have some enamel dots with only a few left on there, so that's where I got most of my enamel dots. This blue ones are from Freckled Fawn, which I don't know if I would ever buy direct from them again. Anyway, it's a whole different story. So I'm just getting my enamel dots where I want them. I'm going to add in some of these word phrase stickers. Cocoa Vanilla always do amazing ones. So underneath my title I've got Bright and Beautiful, Sweet Memories. Above my left photo says Good Life, and then below my left photo says Wonderful. I think my journaling simply says Fruit Tingle Cocktail of choice for the dress up night, or something to that effect. Some close-ups, and that is my page done. I love this cut file. I love that as soon as I saw it I was inspired. Yeah, so make sure you head on over to the store to check out all of the new releases for this month. There are some really, really awesome ones. Some school ones, some travel ones. This was definitely a travel one for me, obviously. I hope that you have enjoyed. I hope that I have inspired you to maybe scrap a photo of yourself or something bright and fun. Until next time, have a fantastic scrappy day. Thank you ever so much for stopping by. Please, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you soon. Take care.